ביאור משנה ב' is a continuation from משנה א', ולמה הוצרכו לכך? Like we mentioned before, it's enough. When you see the sun, why do you need to go crazy? לעלות למקום גבוה, to go up to a high place, לראות אם מאיר השחר, to see if the dawn came. ויש מפרשים, and there are those who says, למה היה צריך שיאיר פני כל המזרח עד שבחברון? Or at least, why did you need all the east to be red? You know exactly. Because it says שבפעם אחת על המאור הלבנה, because it was one time that it was morning, and the moon came up. And they saw the light of the moon, and they thought it was the light of the sun. בשחר, ומעשה זה לא ביום הכיפורים היה. We know for sure that wasn't יום הכיפורים. שהרי בהתחלת החודש אין לבנה בשחר, because in the beginning of the month, the moon is in the east. The moon is in the beginning of the night, not in the end of the night, in the beginning of the month. אלא באחד הימים שבסוף החודש, but in the end of the month, it comes up very late, which means almost at dawn. ודימו, and they thought that the light of the moon is the light of the sun. ודימו שהאיר המזרח. Exactly that. And they thought, when they saw the light of the moon, they thought, oh, this is the beginning, this is the sun coming up. ושחטו את התמיד, and then they slaughtered the morning sacrifice. ואחר כך עמדו על טעותם, and then they said, hey, what's going on over here? We thought it was the moon is not coming. Or they saw the moon coming up, and they thought, oh, instead of the moon, instead of the sun, that's what we saw. והוציאו את התמיד, and now this is not a kosher sacrifice now. So what did they do to it? הוציאו את התמיד לבית השריפה. They burnt it, like we said before.
It happened one time.
It happened one time, that's right.
That's why they learned to go on the roof.
To go on the roof and to wait until everything is red. So you know for sure it's not the moon. לפי שנשחט בעוד לילה ונפסל, because it was slaughtered at night and it becomes not holy. ושחטו תמיד אחר, and then they needed to slaughter another animal for the tamid sacrifice. מאותה שעה התקינו, from that time they established, שיהיו עולים על מקום גבוה, that before you start the day, you go up on a high place, ומבררים היטב, and you make sure, אפילו בתחילת החודש, even in the beginning of the month, when there's no danger that it's the moon. I don't know, maybe it's us going up in flames. You sing. Who knows? אם כבר האיר השחר, if already the shachar has dawned, או אם האיר פני כל המזרח עד שבחברון. Okay, so what next? הורידו כהן גדול לבית הטבילה. So up to now it was every day, nothing to do with Yom Kippur. So now we're going to continue with Yom Kippur, I think. הורידו כהן גדול לבית הטבילה, משנתנו חוזרת לתאר את תורת היום. Maybe not, maybe every day. Yeah, maybe every day, we'll see. משנתנו חוזרת לתאר את תורת היום. Our Mishnah goes back to describe the service, שלאחר שראו שהאיר כבר פני כל המזרח, after they saw the entire east already red, היו מורידים את הכהן הגדול לבית הטבילה. They would take the high priest to the mikveh. שכן טעון הוא טבילה קודם שישחט התמיד. Because he needs to go to the mikveh before the tamid. I think it is Yom Kippur. Because any other day, any Kohen can bring the tamid, not just the high priest.
But they say that you need tefillah every day before you do the...
Yeah, but it says the Kohen Gadol. That's why... in any other day, any Kohen can do it, not just the Kohen Gadol. But we're going back to Yom Kippur over here. That the first time the Kohen Gadol, because it's going to go to the mikveh 5 times. The first time he goes to the mikveh is when? Before the tamid sacrifice. ודרך אגב, באה המשנה להשמיענו, and this is, by the way, the Mishnah comes to teach us, וזה הכלל היה במקדש, and this was a rule in the temple. כל המסכת רגליו, anybody who goes to the bathroom, העושה צרכיו, טעון טבילה. Every time you go to the bathroom, you need to go to the mikveh afterwards. טעון טבילה במקווה של 40 סאה. A proper mikveh, women's mikveh, not a men's mikveh. Because there's a men's mikveh and there's a women's mikveh. Big difference between the two. For something you only need a men's mikveh. For some things you need women's mikveh. Over here you need a women's mikveh. וכל המטיל מים, and anybody who goes to the bathroom, טעון קידוש ידיים ורגליים, needs to wash his hands and feet ורחיצת ידיים ורגליים נקיות. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so we learned over here, if you go number 2, you need to go to the mikveh. If you go number 1, you just need to wash your hands and feet.
They cover their feet when they do number 2?
No, Masechet Chilav is an expression. It's an expression. It's a nice way of saying going to the party. Yeah, they don't want to say, it's a nice way to say it.